Warriors of the Special Operations Forces of the Armed Forces of Ukraine take control of one of the settlements in the Kursk region of the Russian Federation. This was reported by the press service of the Special Operations Forces. Rangers of the 6th Separate Special Purpose Regiment of the Armed Forces of Ukraine have taken one of the settlements in the Kursk region of the Russian Federation through offensive actions. This was preceded by the work of our artillery. Later, the Special Operations Forces warriors entered the village, took control and cleared it as part of special operations in the area. The statement reads, "As it turned out, the village was also held by North Korean troops, alongside the Russian military." In addition, North Korean secured positions meant to provide Russian forces a decisive advantage in capturing Novoivanovka, instead led to their BTR column disintegration under precise defensive fire, forcing troops to abandon vehicles in panic. Here, after securing a bridgehead from previous North Korean attacks, the main Russian forces initiated a decisive counterattack meant to collapse the main Ukrainian defenses in front of Malaya Lochnia. However, a lack of the element of surprise and overconfidence in their mechanized units among Russians led to a disastrous outcome, as the Ukrainians readily engaged them. The Russian objective, supported by North Korean troops, is to capture Novoivanovka, a key Ukrainian stronghold that has withstood Russian assaults for over 2 months. To break its defenses, Russian forces launched a flanking maneuver to sever the village's supply route, aiming to force a Ukrainian withdrawal. Success here would allow them to bypass the primary Ukrainian defenses and pave the way for a direct assault on Malaya Lochnia. The Russian operation was made possible by North Korean control of the tactically vital forests near Kruglenko, north of Novoivanovka. Faced with the futility of direct attacks, Russian generals opted to leverage the high ground near Kruglenko, secured by North Koreans, to outflank Novoivanovka's defenses from the north. A topographic map reveals that Russian positions north of Novoivanovka are situated on higher ground, giving them a significant tactical advantage. The Ukrainian forces, positioned in the lowlands, lacked fire control over the advancing Russian mechanized units, as these units remained outside their field of view. This elevation disparity enabled the Russians to advance swiftly toward the road, unimpeded by crossfire, until reaching the same level as the Ukrainian defenders. However, unlike the frontal assaults at Novoivanovka, Russian forces near Kruglenka are hindered by the need to traverse dirt roads or open fields, slowing their vehicles significantly on rough terrain. Compounding these tactical disadvantages, earlier North Korean assaults eliminated any chance of surprise, prompting Ukrainian drone operators to closely monitor the area for further attacks. Additionally, Ukrainian forces had artillery batteries and anti-tank missile posts strategically positioned and ready to repel the advancing Russians. The Ukrainians' primary defensive advantage lies in their stable positions in Novoivanovka, Leonidovka, and Malaya Lochnia, which enable effective counterattacks against Russian forces attempting to secure the Malaya Lochnia-Novoivanovka road. With fire control over this narrow corridor, Ukrainian defenders can inflict heavy losses on the Russian assault units and then mobilize troops from nearby settlements to eliminate any remaining Russian presence around the road. Combat footage from the area reveals how the Russians tried to deploy their stormtroopers on board BTR-82A armored transport vehicles at tree lines near the main road after they managed to move down from the higher elevations with almost no resistance until that point. However, once the Russian column reached the road and stopped to dismount their stormtroopers, they quickly became vulnerable to Ukrainian fire from the positions to the south of the road, which is situated at the same elevation, which allowed them to effectively target the Russian forces. Meanwhile, Ukraine's defenders continue to deliver resolute blows to the enemy. The Achilles UAV unit has once again demonstrated its effectiveness in Kupiansk direction, dealing significant damage to Russian forces. In the latest operation, the unit destroyed the T-72 tank and 2 BMP-2 infantry fighting vehicles. Additionally, another T-72 tank, 4 BMP-2 vehicles, 1 MTL-B vehicle, and 4 enemy personnel were struck and wounded. This marks another successful operation, showcasing the increasing role of UAVs in modern warfare. The Achilles unit has become a key player in disrupting enemy movements and depleting their resources. Each strike not only weakens the occupiers' combat capabilities, but also underscores Ukraine's commitment to defending its sovereignty.